I remember leaving school at 16 without a penny in my pocket. I was struggling day to day to pay my bills and falling deeper and deeper into debt. I was earning less than $2 an hour, working day and night just to make ends meet. I wanted to be rich so badly, but felt like it was never going to happen to me. Little did I know, there were some clear signs that I was going to become rich, and I've seen this time and time again over the years when helping others achieve their goals. In the past, I've used these signs as a little checklist to see if it's worth mentoring someone. So grab a pen and paper and let's see how many you have. Let me know in the comments if you check all 7. Number 1, you know that the phrase, money won't fix your problems, is a load of rubbish. There's nothing worse than someone rich saying, money won't fix your problems. Trust me, I've been there. You see, I believe there are 2 different types of problems we all face. The first type is your basic needs. These are things like water, housing, healthcare and food. Now, if you're facing the first type of problems, then the answer to all of these is clear. You need to earn more money. Everything you're stressing about can be solved with more money. When you fix the basic needs, your focus shifts onto type 2, which is the abstract problems. These are things money definitely can't fix, such as love, happiness and fulfillment. For me, that's always been about spending time with my family, enjoying my hobbies, my interests, and running a business that I'm truly passionate about. So you can definitely be broke but happy. You can also be rich but sad. However, wouldn't you prefer to be rich and happy? The puppet masters have brainwashed everyday people into believing that they don't actually want money, all while they trade years of their life working a job they hate for a tiny salary. If I see that someone actually buys into the thinking that money isn't desirable, then I can't see how they're ever going to make enough to be rich. Even when I was completely broke, I didn't ever think this way. If you're able to ignore all of this, then you're on the right track. Number 2, when you see an obstacle, you overcome it. Successful people focus on the opportunities rather than the things holding them back. Now is one of the best times to start a new side hustle, as there are so many different industries booming online. Let's say you have the most amazing business idea that has the potential to make you millions of dollars, but you never act on it because too many things are standing in your way. How much is that idea actually worth to you? Well, the answer is absolutely nothing if you're not going to work on it. Have you ever chatted with a friend and they say, you know what, I've got the best business idea in the world. They're extremely motivated, certain that this will make them richer than rich itself. You then meet up with them 6 months later down the line and you ask them, how's everything going? And you're really excited for them. Oh, I haven't started yet. And the reason is, oh, because the government, my job, the economy. They've got excuse after excuse. The list goes on and on. When most people see a problem, they say it's bad luck. They quit and they stop trying. When rich people run into problems, they might scratch their heads for a while, but they don't give up. They strike when they have the most passion and the most motivation. The longer you leave an idea stuck up here in your head, the longer you'll have time to convince yourself that it'll never work. So if you're the type to just get going and sort the problems as you go, then there's a high chance you'll become rich. Number 3, you prioritize buying assets when possible. When was the last time you thought about buying something and took the time to decide if the item was going to help bring money into your life or drain money away from your life? We're constantly living on a seesaw. On one side, you've got fancy cars, designer clothes, and unnecessary gadgets. On the other side, we've got rental properties, watches, and stocks. By taking advantage of when the economy is on its knees and buying up lots of long-term assets, you could easily set yourself up financially for the rest of your life. The first $100,000 is the hardest money you'll ever earn. The truth is that getting your money to work for you and not the other way around is the only way to achieve real long-term wealth. I'm sure you've heard this before. However, I know that sometimes it can feel less scary just letting your money sit in a savings account rather than investing it elsewhere. If this is how you feel, then money market funds might be a good option for you. They normally have better interest rates than savings accounts while not being as risky as investing in stocks. Instead, these money market funds invest in high quality, short-term debt from governments, banks or corporations. I like investing some of my money in these funds on Lightyear because I can easily draw it out when I need to, rather than having to worry about the ups and downs of the stock market. The interest, otherwise known as the yield, is paid into my account on the first of every month. However, the interest amount does change daily, so it's not super predictable, just like the British weather. You can do the same if you live in the UK or one of these countries, because on apps like the one I just mentioned called Lightyear, you have access to AAA rated BlackRock money market funds and can start investing from just £1, euro or dollar. So if this interests you, feel free to use my code Tilbury to get a free $10 fractional share when you sign up for Lightyear. Using this affiliate link and code is also a great way to support this channel, as I'm able to put the commissions we receive into creating more videos. And let me remind you, investing always carries a risk, and the value of any investment can decrease as well as increase, so be sure to invest wisely and do your research. Number 4, you know there is so much more to learn. How many people do you know that when they have a couple of days off or during the evening spend all their spare time playing video games and watching Netflix? I'm willing to bet quite a few. Look, there is nothing wrong with binging a TV series once in a while. I'm talking about the people that don't watch or read anything educational. They falsely believe that education stops when you leave school. To be honest, these people are extremely arrogant and they don't know it. They think getting rich is down to luck, because they haven't learned enough to spot the strategic steps that every self-made millionaire takes. They would rather critique others and then escape to a fantasy land where they don't have to think about their problems. But you know what? Ignoring your problems just makes them bigger and bigger. The strange thing about learning is that the more we learn, the more we know how much we don't actually know. It's about learning things you never knew before and then turning those newly learned ideas into action in your own life. Think of life like a video game. It's never a bad time to arm yourself, so people that read those books and watch educational videos on YouTube are at such an advantage. People will say you just got lucky. That's what they said to me, but the truth is, luck is when opportunity meets preparation, so never stop equipping yourself with the knowledge and prepare yourself to be one of the luckiest people alive. Number 5, you don't compare yourself to others. Comparing ourselves to others and trying to keep up with their success without fully understanding their situation can cause us to make some silly decisions in the heat of the moment. Let's take Tiger Woods for example. He spent years learning and perfecting his skills. He's now worth millions of dollars. Now, I love my golf, but if I was to compare my skills to his, I'd look pretty awful. But just because I don't measure up doesn't mean I should stop playing golf.